Hi, I'm Jan Dwyer, and I'm talking to you today from my front porch here in Portland, Oregon, which doubles as my art gallery. This is a memorial to people who have lost their lives in Oregon to COVID-19. I think Oregon is one of the most wonderful places that anybody could be from. I was born and raised here, and I've spent time all over the state, from the high desert to the mountains, valleys, the coast. There's not one part of this state that I'm not proud to be from. One of the things, besides all the natural beauty that we have, is a huge number of crops and game and delicious meats from Central Oregon, and that all comes together in wonderful dining, especially here in Portland, where you can get delicious food from any place, from a food truck to a beautiful restaurant. Urdaneta in Northeast Portland is one of my favorites, as is Paley's, which is over in Northwest Portland. Anyway, that reminds me, Chef Paley not only has a wonderful restaurant, but he's done a lot for the foundation of Cystic Fibrosis Foundation of Portland. In fact, he's been the chef for many of our galas in the last few years. That's one of the ways that my husband and I like to support the CF Foundation here in Portland. It's a really fun time. My own connection with cystic fibrosis started when my younger sister, was diagnosed. We unfortunately lost her when she was 27 years old. She had so much to live for and was trying to get a heart and lung transplant down in Stanford when she had just made the list and then really couldn't make it any further and passed away a couple of days later. Now, about 10 years after that, I had my own two daughters in elementary school. My oldest was in second grade, my youngest in first, and they made friends with a little boy named Evan Lewis. Well, in talking to Evan's mom, we found out that he had recently been diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. And as soon as she and I knew about that connection, we began to bond. And Maggie Lewis is still one of my very best friends. They are the ones that started us coming to the cystic fibrosis galas. Anyway, the happy ending to this story is, so many years later, our kids are still friends, and Evan is 27 years old. But he is healthier than I've ever known him to be. He is making plans for his future, and it fills me with joy. And that's all thanks to the funds and that the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation has raised in order to support research into finding treatments and eventually a cure for CF. My name is Jan, and I'm from Portland. I hope you enjoy your virtual ride through Oregon and the Tour de West, and keep pedaling for a cure.